Welcome back to a very messy tabled Brickitect studio. Today I want to give you a little update on something that Clark and I got into this weekend. We had some time to do some Legoing and I asked Clark, like, what do you want to work on? And he decided that he wanted to work on our Lego amusement park, which if you haven't seen so far, it's not surprising because there hasn't been too many updates on it. It all started with this little Legoland set that I got. This is about the only thing that's stock from that set that's left, but it was a Legoland set that had a bunch of different things to it, and we were doing some modifying. This was my most accomplished thing that I did so far prior to this weekend. This was the new entrance that I built that was inspired by this one, but I looked at the Legoland Billund entrance and I decided that I wanted mine to look like that. And this one does very much so look like it. I do have to make a Bricklink order that will replace some of these pieces, but by far this is much better than the stock one that came with this. So this is going to be the entrance to Legoland, and this is where I'm going to pose my first question to you because I want this to be a collaborative thing. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do for tiling this. Obviously, I want it to be like nice as you come in here. And I was trying to decide between dark gray and light gray. I think I've settled on dark gray, but I did the math on this and it's going to cost me about $30 to tile this all up. And that's just like, that's a lot of money to tile. So I'm trying to decide if that's what I want to do or not. Or if you have any other ideas, let me know. But this is kind of like what this looks like. I'll see if I can get you right in here as you walk in through the entrance to this. And I think I've already shown this, so I don't want to spend too much time on it. But there is a ticket booth that I'm actively trying to destroy because it's not quite sitting on there very well. And then there's a lot of other things that just came with that set, the Legoland set. We made our own little pretzel stand. That's an Annie Ann stand, but then there's merch and there's some signs that tell you where to go. There's a lady with hot dogs over here and then a lady sitting on a bench that you can see through there. So this is the beginning of it, and this is like the thing that I wanted to use as an entrance. In fact, this will probably be over here when you come into the park if I move this stuff away. I actually have some plans for this. Matt sent us this. I've got a great plan for a ride for this. This creepy guy, I'm not entirely sure, but we'll figure something out. If you have any suggestions on what to do with a giant creepy clown that we can put in our amusement park, let me know. But this is gonna go right here, and there's gonna be a total of 21 plates that go all around. As you can see, I'm doing the whole Mills plate thing that I was excited to learn about, and I'm like, hey, that works perfectly because this is as much space as we have. This is as big as our park's gonna be, and once the space is gone, we're going to retire some parts of this and always be introducing new things. So the world of expansion, we can't really do too much. I could probably go over to where the sofa is over there, but yeah, this is about as big as it's going to get, and this should be sufficient. This I got a great idea for over the weekend. I'll see if I can give you a one-handed demo of this as the dragon goes around. This is just a little roller coaster with a castle that was over here. And I was thinking, you know, that is a really cool idea to have a castle and a coaster with a dragon. But instead of doing this castle, I decided that I want to replicate the original Lego castle, the yellow one. I'm going to build it in a slightly smaller scale, and the roller coaster with the dragon is actually going to go through the castle. So like the center red door is going to be here, and it's going to go through. So that's something for the future, but I just thought I'd share that here and let you know my idea on that. Anyways, I'll give you the things that you're looking for, what we worked on this weekend. This is Clarkman's pizza shop that he did. This is entirely his creation. There was nothing that he got from Lego other than the parts. There's no instructions, but he's got the pizza sign out front there. He's currently working on putting in a dining section out here. We are very low on these plates, which is what I'm about to order, as I was talking about for the front of it over there. It's going to be expensive to get enough to tile this all up. So I'm trying to figure out if that's the most effective thing to do, but we can't have it looking like sand out here. So just might have to bite the bullet and put the money in. Let me spin this around so you can see the interior of this because it's actually pretty cool. He spent a lot of time on the interior and he was really proud of it. So over here is the kitchen area. He's got a refrigerator. He's got an Italian flag up there. He has a stove. These are some boxes here. And over here, there's like obviously a window where you can order outside and you can eat out there. But over here is where the restaurant is. And you can see the people sitting in there eating. He loves to populate his places. Even before they're done, you have a girl working on a laptop and other people are just sitting in here, apparently waiting for their pizza. So we'll have to wait for that to cook over there on the, is that even on the stove? It's just on in the corner there. But I thought this was cool, and he's so excited about doing this. Like, he loves Lego so much, but his favorite part of it is building his own things and having the flexibility and the freedom to do whatever he wants with it. And I think this amusement park is going to be perfect for that, which is why I want to go all in on this. So he did that. He also started working on, or continued working on, his toy shop. That's what this place is. And if I spin this around, let me show you the back of this. He has all kinds of toys and stuff in there as well. So there's a bunch of things going on. And I don't know if this is going to make it in, because I actually have like a Lego shop that I think is going to go into the place. But maybe, like, what if we like stack these on top? Like, we could go higher, you know, like the pizza shop is the first floor and then toy shop up above. I don't know, but he's working on it and he's having fun, so I'm just going to let him go. And I should be clear here, I don't want this park just to be my thing, and I don't want Clark to feel like anything that he makes isn't going to go in there, because I want this to be a collaborative thing between the two of us. So his stuff's going in, his pizza restaurant's going in, his toy shop's going in. We'll find spots for it. We've got 21 plates of things to fill, and as of right now, the world is our oyster. So let me take you over to what I worked on this weekend, and I'll show you the Lego water park. I was going to say Legoland. It's not Legoland. I don't know what I'm calling this. It's, I don't know, Brickitect land, I guess. It used to be Classic Land was what we were going to call it, but I don't feel like that's descriptive enough. Let me show you my water park. Here it is in its unfinished glory. Again, I was trying to decide whether I should just share this stuff with you when it's all done, but I thought some people might like coming along on the journey. And as it stands right now, I am out of parts that I need to finish this concrete work here and also to fill in my water. I'm using the Ninjago style technique there, where we're going to make the water all tiled over. But this set is actually a Legoland set. I just modified it quite a bit to make it work on this. There was no, you know, plate that this sat on or anything like that. So this is millsed up, and this will go into the park. I added some things to this in the back there. I don't know if you can see it very well, but I have like these little buttons that the kids can press, and then water shoots out of those nozzles. Not really, but for pretend. I put some lifeguard chairs in. We've got other seating for people. This is not going to be water. This will be tiled up just like this. We got some life jackets. That was Clarkman's idea. We actually started another water park and it just never turned out. I just wasn't super happy with it. So I destroyed it, and it was kind of cool. It had like this idea where it was gonna be like a shipwreck that had slides coming off of it, but I just didn't love the way it looked, and I felt like that was holding the entire amusement park situation back. So I was like, you know what? Let's just scrap that. Let me go back to the original design and let me modify it, and I'll show you some of the things I did. I got a tree over here, which I like, but back here, I moved these little storage containers and I put a computer in, so you'd access the computer there, and then you would access the storage. There is a bathroom there, that's original. There is a ladder, so you can basically swim right under this bridge thing, and then you can get from the yellow slide to the blue slide. So there's a curvy slide here. I left that there. I thought that was kind of cool with like a map of what Legoland would look like, and it's just something you can see from inside the pool as you're swimming. So this side's a little bit bigger over here. The yellow slides over here, and then you go under there. There's also a splash pad out front, and to use that you go like this, and then the water splashes down, and the kids can like play out here under supervision of their parents who are chilling out here under the umbrellas. These are the only colors I had for these, so it doesn't quite match being a little bit of an orange color, but I like this overall. I think it turned out pretty nice. Just, I'm always kind of fiddling with it. But again, I'm at the point now that I'm out of the parts that I need. I need some stuff to fill all this in, and I do not have that. So I found myself needing to go to Bricklink. Look at this mess though. This is really what I want to show you. This is the mess that I made working on all this. You can see all the parts that I got into. I originally was going to do all of this in the light tan or just regular tan, but then I thought, wow, that really just looks like sand, and I want it to look more like cement, like this is like sidewalk. And I feel like if you're at the pool, this is what it would look like. There's more of it back here. This is all going to be filled in. So we're going to have that all coming across there, and you won't be able to tell that it's blue anymore. And then it's millsed up on the side, so we'll be able to put this right into the park. It'll find its spot in there, maybe beside the pizza place, you know, because what's better than going swimming and then getting some pizza afterwards? Could be perfect. But this is my mess, and then this is my Bricklink order I'm about to make. I'm trying to replace some of the parts on the front thing that I was working on there that I mentioned. It isn't quite accurate, so we've got all of those. And then I need dark tans like crazy, of course, and then there's a couple green pieces I need. I come to find out that these ones are kind of rare, and there was another one that was rare too. And this white piece only came in one set, so I won't be able to use that. That's in the bill and entrance. but I've got 9 things that I need, and I'm going to click Buy 9 Selected. US only, and I'm going to let Bricklink auto-select it and see if they can get me a good deal on this. 3 stores, only $15. Wow, that actually seems like, it seems a little too cheap, doesn't it? 3 cents for those. Wow, that's great. I don't think it updated my numbers. I'm gonna have to go through and do this. That's probably gonna be my next thing when you see the next update in the amusement park. This is for sale, by the way. I put this on eBay today. I was gonna hold on to it, but I was like, you know what? I could buy a lot of dark tan tiles if I sold the Dolphin Cruiser. So that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to debate whether I want to inventory this out because, you know, I have to break it down anyway, and I could inventory it to make sure it's all there. But I was like, hey, it looks like it's there. It comes with the manual. If anybody wants to buy this, it's surprisingly cheap. I think I have it on for like 25 bucks or something like that, plus shipping. I don't know what the shipping is going to cost, but I did weigh it. It's going to vary depending on where you live. But if you're in the market for a friend's Dolphin Cruiser to help finance Brickitect land, did Alexa just say something? I heard something over there. Anyways, this is my mess. This is the future water park of Brickitect land or Classic land. If you have a name that you think we should name the park, throw it out there because it needs a name. Our amusement park needs a name. This is just miscellaneous stuff. I got to go on like, oh, this is the little mini land. We got that kind of set up, but it lost its plate that it was on. I wanted to have a setup like this. Sorry for the camera work. I want to do something like this, and then I was actually going to add more in too. So there was going to be like a whole plate that was nothing but just mini land. And I just thought that'd be cool. If you don't know what mini land is, it's like they have all these small versions of big cities at Legoland. So this is kind of a, I would just call this Legoland, but I feel like that's going to get lost in the mix because, you know, it's our Legoland, but it's not the Legoland. So we need a name for it. Brickitect land would be kind of cool. Classic land is what it was supposed to be originally. But this is all the stuff that's going on and everything that's happening. This was a ride that I had an idea with, where it was going to be like the submarine that was going to like hit the water, and then this thing kind of spins. I don't know if this is going to make its way into the park, and Clark is trying to figure out what to do with this. So if you have any ideas on what we could turn this tower into, this actually spins, maybe throw it out there because we're open to suggestions. Obviously, a collaborative thing is what I want this to be. I've got an idea for that with the Yellow Castle. This is going to be pretty cool if I can pull it off. There's going to be a ride. It's actually going to be kind of like this. If I'm going to give spoilers out, I want to do this, but with the train. I just think that'd be kind of cool because instead of it being like a pirate ship or a submarine, we'll make it a train ride where you go crazy like that. And yeah, that's where we're at so far. We've got some other sets that need to come into this that I'm going to pull from the Storage Room of Doom. I'll show you one actually. This was supposed to be just a very quick update. In fact, I was like debating whether to even bother with this. I was like, you know, I'll just show it when it's all done. Where's that set that I was going to put in here? It's somewhere in the Storage Room of Doom. Let me see if I can find it. It was this big boy right here. This is the Bricklink modular Lego store. I thought that would look amazing in the park, have the most epic of Lego stores there. I thought that would be neat. But maybe more appropriate would be this store. I think this would probably fit the scale of the park a little more. This is the Lego brand store. And I'm thinking I'm like leaning towards putting that in there because it just, you know, that's a little too elaborate for what we're doing. You have that beside the pizza shop, it's gonna look kind of bad. And we also have this. This is one of the last Legoland sets that we have that we haven't opened yet. This is the Ninjago land. And I feel like we could do a little something with that. There's not much to this. So I don't know if we'll put it in there or maybe just replicate it and keep this as an investment. I don't know if it's worth anything, but there's a few things that could go in there. And oh, I have another thing too. It was a friend's set. This might actually put Clark Man out of business. This is like an Italian restaurant. It's like an Olive Garden, but I think I like Clark Man's way better. You guys can be the judge of that though. Did Clark Man or friends do it better? That is pretty much everything that's going on around these parts. I have been active in the whole Lego thing. I just haven't been filming because I'm like, dude, there's not enough here to share. But then somehow I make a little quick update and it turns into this behemoth of a brain dump. But again, it's our Lego journey. This is what we're into. And I just love this idea of having this amusement park and making this our thing, finally making it happen. I'm just stoked on it. So even though like our builds may not impress the greatest of mock builders out there, the most important thing is that it's our stuff and we're doing it together, and that's all I could really ask for. So on that, I hope you enjoyed this little update. I'll give you another update when I get my parts for this. We'll finish this off. Clark's Pizza Shop should be done here. I'm gonna need parts for that too. Bricklink is the holdup right now, so I got to order a lot of parts and spend a ton to make that happen. But that's okay. That's what I'm here for. And instead of spending our money on new sets or even making Walmart clearance purchases, we're buying parts on Bricklink. And I like that too, because I'm supporting other people that are doing this as a hobby, like selling Lego and stuff. So it's a win-win for everybody, including you, I think, because you get to come along with us on this, and maybe it inspires you. If you don't have yourself a Lego water park, maybe now's the time to make one, and you can use mine as inspiration and do like 10 times better. Give you a last little shot of the pizza shop as we head out. If you want to watch any other Brickitect content, it's probably popping up on the screen. The eBay store is down below if you want to support the Bricklink Fund. And if you'd like to order a pizza someday from our pizza shop, maybe we'll have our sig figs, if you send them to us, we'll have them start infiltrating our amusement park, and you can choose where you want to be in it as we add more things in, including a Ferris wheel. That's the other thing I want to put in, and I've got the ideas for that. Okay, I think that's enough of an update. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next video.